because before I jumped into it, I really tried to grab a hold and understand like what's my creative market cap. So when you're starting a
Mm,
business, you're looking out, okay, if I want to, I don't know, start a coffee shop. Okay, how many coffee shops are in the town? How many people like coffee? What kind of coffee do people not offer? Like what's your market cap? Like what's your target audience? What can you offer them? What's not out there already? So I did that in my creative field. Okay, how many people are saying the things that I'm saying? Who's saying the things I'm
mm,
saying? How many followers do these people have? So what's a realistic cap for me? Like not everybody can be a Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is so basic that it's so GP in general public that of course it's gonna have a massive following. But for what I'm talking
mhm,
about and what I'm doing specifically, what does it seem to be my market cap? It's like, okay, it seems to be a ceiling of 4 to 5 million subscribers. So like, okay, and then I try to like make realistic goals off of that. Like, okay,
wow.
if I'm seeing people starting out and they're around, 100, 200K mark, then I'm going to set that my goal because I know that is more realistic for me and what I'm doing in this sphere. And not only just that, what do I like about all these people that are doing what I'm doing that's working, but also
Mm,
what's something that I would do that I would love to watch and that consistency makes me happy. That way I don't get burnt out. That way when I am working, I am creating, I enjoy what I'm doing. Um, So those are really my goals, like looking into this, okay, what's realistic goals to have off the bat? And then two, what's something that I know for myself I won't really get burnt out of and that can create longevity. Um,
yeah.
and that's really been my goal consistently since starting YouTube specifically is maintaining realistic goals, but then also understanding that like longevity is for me because like it can be wiped just like that. So
Mm,
constantly diversifying the things that I'm talking about and finding an underlying basic truth um,
mm,
in what I'm talking about. So if I'm talking about LGBTQ issues, or if I'm talking about race issues, at the bare bones, the person that is watching this video is looking for a different perspective and has an open mind. So
mhm,
I'm looking at this open mind and this new perspective, and I'm like, okay, I can easily apply that to something they're not even going to expect, but I have a feeling that they'll watch. So I'll bring that to generational issues. Hey, this is why people are cutting off their mom. Oh, and that
mm,
pops off because it still requires an open mind and new perspective to something that a lot of people are going through that they're not really talking about. Um,
yeah.
and so those have been my goals really just to constantly tweak and maintain longevity.
It's fascinating. I love the way your mind works with this stuff, and it's no surprise that you've had as much success as
Well,
you've had
thank you.
so far. Uh,
Appreciate that.
you know, it's interesting to think about like creative market cap or like the total addressable market of like
Yeah.
kind of like psychographics or like just different topics. And I think it's really interesting to think about that from like an art perspective
Hmm.
because with whether you're painting, whether you're creating an event, whether you're creating music, whatever it is, you're still taking a stance. You're still making
Right.
statements.
Hmm.
And you know, I would question how many people are thinking about it on that level when coming to their
I
music,
don't
right?
think a
You know what I'm
lot,
saying? I don't
honestly.
think so either.
I don't think a lot because that's when you see a lot of people get disheartened by their metrics or their views or whatever they're doing, and which a lot of times they end up blocking their blessings. And then two, again, just having like unrealistic goals. So I think of the first person that comes to mind about this in thinking about music is Horse Girl.
Oh
Um,
my gosh. Yeah, totally.
because Horse Girl, I mean, she's a horse. So, but she
Right.
seems so happy and she's thriving because she's doing what she wants to do. She's in her sphere of music, and it seems like she's always surprised about what's next and what she's getting booked at a bigger stage. And I think it's because she
Mm,
was realistic. And hey, I'm a like techno slash hyper pop horse playing
hmm.
music. If I'm filling out this club room, that's fantastic for me. And I love that. And I know like I'm making a living, I can sustain myself, and this is it. Not in be
Hmm.
saying this is it isn't saying that I don't have bigger goals for myself, but not everybody can be a Beyonce, not everybody can be a Mr. Beast, and everybody can be a John Summit. So
Right.
it's just being real in your market cap in your area. And if it blows up even more, great. Great. I'm gonna say humble about it, but you have to be real in what you're doing, what you're talking about, so that you don't set your own self up for failure.
Yeah. It's so important. I can't count how many times, I do a decent amount of like artist consulting and like building brands with artists and that sort of thing. And one of two things happen. It's like it's either one or the other. They either like don't have any goals or they're like
Hmm.
way unrealistic with the expectations. And neither one's functional.
Hmm.
Like taking and I think to your point, like you got to look inward, you got to look at what's important to you, and then you got to look at the market and look at what's realistic, who's your competition, who's the total addressable market in general. That's going to, whether you want to go at it from a follower base, a listener base, whatever. um
Hmm.
I guess, for people that will be listening to this, can you talk about how like the process of finding that addressable market?
Yeah. I would focus in on what is it that you're doing, whether it's the type of music or the type of things you talk about, um, whatever it is, like your sphere. I would write down, here's all the things that, here's all the ways that I'm providing value, or here's the niches that I'm in, here's the music that I'm creating. It's like, okay, cool. Then you look at who else is successful in that pillar. What are they doing? And not only that, but also who do I like? Who do I catch myself really listening to and vibing to? Um, and then I would go from there and then dive deep into, okay, what kind of people are following them? Read their comment sections. What are they looking
Mhm.
for? Who else is listening to them? And then off of that, who inspires those people? So now I can also, if we're making the same music and this person inspires this person, there's a high likely chance that that person also can inspire me. So keep
Right.
going up the totem pole that way. And then, look into metrics. Oh, what are their club performances like? Are they openers? Are they like in the mid range? Um, how many monthly listens do these people have? How many followers do they have? And just
Mhm.
note down all metrics that you can. Like study these people, study the pillars that you're in, and then from there, just start creating and come up with realistic goals for yourself because then it can also motivate and inspire you. Like, okay, maybe I can do this.